Hey guys, so it's the 3rd of September in 2023 and I'm in Krakow in the southeast of Poland, and I'm going to show you the cheapest pubs where you can drink for very, very low prices here in Krakow. Tonight it's a nightlife tour. It's 10 o'clock at night on a Sunday night, and this city is buzzing every single day of the week. It's full of people out partying. So I'm going to show you a bar now called Bania Luca. And in this bar called Bania Luca, it is crazy cheap. You can get a beer for 8 Polish zloty, which is €2, and if you buy the beer called Tiski beer. Tiski is the most popular beer in Poland, but they also have a beer called GVH and another beer called Perla. So if you drink Polish beer here, it's a lot cheaper than drinking the international beers. But you'll find these Bania Luka pubs all over Krakow, and they're always the cheapest pubs to go to. So let's have a look now at the prices. So for 15 zloty, you can get a whiskey and Coca-Cola. You can get Jack Daniels, Chivas. You can get a Ballantine's and Coca-Cola even cheaper. Let's have a look at the vodka as well. You can get the shots here for 7 zloty, which is €1.75 for a flavoured vodka shot. You can get food here for 15 zloty, which is £3 or €3.75. And you can get the bottled beer for 10 zloty, which is £2 or €2.50. So you'll find these Bania Luka pubs on most streets of Krakow. They must have about 4 or 5 of these different pubs. They're so cheap to go to. And this street, Florianska, is just lined full of cafes and pubs and bars. It's a really, really good street for nightlife. And another good street for nightlife is called Shevska Street. That's one of the party streets in town here. And the third street for nightlife is called Slavkovska Street. So this is the old town area of the city. And Krakow is the second biggest city in Poland. It's the former capital city in Poland, so it's steeped in history. It's full of tourists every year. Over 16 million tourists come to Krakow every single year on holiday. They're coming here to do day trips and attractions like Auschwitz and Birkenau. They want to see the salt mines. They want to see Zakopane. They can go to the shooting range. There's so many things to see and do in this city. And there's these lovely cobbled streets you can see just going off Florianska here. That's called Tamasha Street, straight ahead there on the right side. You have all your chains there to the right. You've got the Starbucks coffee shop. It's about 15 zloty, so it's £3 for a basic coffee in there. Or you can get all your fancy coffees for about £4, about 20 zloty. And a cup of tea is about 20 zloty in Starbucks as well, like all the trendy teas and stuff like that as well. So I'm going to show you some more cheap pubs further down here. Now here, coming up on the left side, just on the corner of this street, there is a very cheap pub called Huki Muki. It's open 7 days a week, and they do drinks very, very cheaply. You can get a whole jug of beer for 28 Polish zloty. It's the best deal in the whole of town. So it's like £5.50 for a big jug of beer, and you get like 5 beers inside the jug. So I do recommend you Huki Muki here on the left side. And if you go into the back of Huki Muki, they have a nightclub. You go down the steps at the back of Huki Muki and you're underground, and there's a nightclub under the ground. They play really good music, and it's free entry in Huki Muki as well. So I do recommend it to you guys. I'll just have a look inside. It's a Sunday night, so the first room's not going to be as busy as usual, but it's a really good pub, and you can get whiskey coke for less than £5 in there as well, and you can get an individual beer for about €2.50. So Huki Muki is a very good deal here. So you have some bars on the side streets as well, just going off here. On the right side, there's a jazz bar. Let me just go close in and see. When you go to these jazz bars, it's different. The pricing levels are different. You're talking about maybe 20 zloty for a beer, which is about £4, €4.50, but you get some live music. This one is called Shena Single. It's a really good bar, really trendy, good atmosphere. They have all the live bands on. And they have a happy hour today with 2 for 1 on Aperol Spritz. So always look for the board outside for promotions. And if it's in the daytime, especially look for a board outside, and the restaurants will have a board outside with a dania dinar, and that means daytime menu. And if you have a daytime menu, you can get a 2-course meal or a 3-course meal for about 35 zloty, which is about £7. So these restaurants will all have daytime promotions. Like here, there's Trattoria restaurant Degusti. They have a balcony up above, and there's a hotel above that as well. Yeah, so do watch out for those daytime menus as well. In general, the normal bars here are charging between 15 and 20 zloty for a beer here, so it would be about £3 or £4. The high-end trendy bars here are charging about 25 zloty for a beer, so that's about £5. And anything more than 25, then they're just ripping you off, really. That's a traditional Polish restaurant on the left side, the Pod Złota Pipa restaurant there. It's underground. Many of the bars and restaurants here in Krakow are located underneath the ground. They're in cellars and basements. This one here on the right side is called Beer House. They have a very good deal in the daytime, a daytime menu between 12 and 4 o'clock. You can see the bar up above. And between 12 and 4, they have a lunch menu for 30 zloty, which is £6. And you get a 2 or 3-course lunch. It's very, very cheap in there. And you can have things like pizzas and pastas, burgers, that type of thing on the lunch menu. So on the left side here, we have the Pijalnia bar, Pijalnia Wodki Piwi. And they have these bars in every single city in Poland. So if you want to drink cheaply, find a Pijalnia bar. And the vodka is exceptionally cheap in there. You can buy a pint of beer in there for €2.50 in Pijalnia. And it goes back to communist times. It's very, very traditional. And it's a real taste of Poland and the Pijalnia bars. You'll find these Pijalnia bars in every single city in Poland. And you can get drinks like, you can get a whiskey and coke in there, for example, for about €3 or €4. It's very, very reasonable. And you'll see the prices listed on the wall on the right side there as well. And they've got the old communist style TV on there, which is really cool.
This old DD, man.
If you subscribe, mate, on YouTube at
Travel with Cole.
Travel with Cole on YouTube.
Take care, man. You're in Poland.
Cheers, man. Thanks, mate. So that Pijalnia pub is super cheap. So they're the 3 cheapest pubs that you will find in the whole of Krakow. Now this is also a chain straight ahead. When you come to Poland, you must try a dish called pierogi. I recommend you the pierogi ruski. And this one here will do homemade dumplings, and they're very, very cheap. I think you can get for about £4 or £5, you can get the pierogi ruski inside this one. And they have all different types of pierogi. You can have pierogi with meat. It's a bit like Italian ravioli, really. And it is tasty. You must try it when you come to Poland. I think they're closing up now because it's about 10 o'clock at night. And I also recommend you the potato pancakes with goulash. And you must try the Zurek soup as well. When you come to Poland, if you eat Polish food, the prices are much more reasonable. And if you eat international food, you can get a pasta dish here for about 45 or 50 zloty, so it's about £9 or £10. Straight ahead, you've got the Florian's Gate with the city walls surrounding the city. This Krakow is very, very historic. It's the oldest city in Poland. So guys, it was just a short tour today, but for more of my guided tours from the best cities in Poland and the best cities in EU, please subscribe to my YouTube channel at Travel with Cole, and that's Cole with a C-O-L. And please give me some likes as well, guys, and some comments of the best places to go when you're in Krakow. Thank you very much. Cheers. Bye-bye.